I go through Bluetooth speakers like nothing else, and I'm still yet to find one I actually want to use for my daily driver. Maybe the Harman Kardon Onyx Studio 3 will change that. First off, it's big. It's huge actually, and it's by far the biggest Bluetooth speaker I've ever used. And this has some immediate downsides for me since I do use my Bluetooth speakers in hotel rooms when I travel, and the Onyx is too big to get into my usual travel bag. Heck, I usually prefer speakers that fit into my headphone case for ultimate portability. This is compounded by the speaker being a sphere, which means it takes up even more space, doesn't fit evenly into a bag. And the downsides continue from there. I don't like these buttons that fit flush with the side of the body. It makes it very hard to find the button I want in the dark, and most of the time I'm using a Bluetooth speaker, I'm in bed. I'd much prefer raised buttons. The design is gorgeous though. It looks beautiful and elegant no matter where you place it, much like my old Harman Kardon Esquire Mini. Unlike the Esquire Mini, which is a great speakerphone, or the Outdoor Tech Big Turtle Shell, which is a fantastic rugged speaker, the Onyx Studio 3 seems to be for on-desk studio use, hence the name. It is propped up by two legs with rubber feet which are not collapsible. Luckily there is also a carry handle that can be used to hang the speaker from certain things, and I was thankful to be able to use the speaker in my favourite spot of directly above my bed, though it's not as easy as with other speakers. Construction is robust, the speaker is quite heavy with a soft fabric front and leather back which gives it a premium feel. Pairing is easy enough, just usual Bluetooth searching and pairing. I've always been annoyed at how wireless speakers go into standby, and this one annoys me more than most. Nearly every night I'll get into bed, turn off my lights and start watching a TV show, and the sound just won't play through the speaker, so I have to get up and fumble with its stupid buttons to turn it back on again. I understand this saves on battery life, but plenty of other speakers I've used, including the Big Turtle Shell, have a much better system of just turning off the speaker part and maintaining a wireless link so that the speaker turns itself back on again whenever there is sound playing. Though I guess the Onyx needs all the battery life it can get. At moderate volumes, I have to recharge it every second day, compared to the 2 weeks I can get out of a charge on the Big Turtle Shell. When I am at home, I just leave it plugged in, and I assume that's how it was meant to be used. Wireless signal isn't that great either, or it seems more susceptible to interference at least. In some rooms of my house, notably in this studio, there is a little bit of crackle, but it's perfectly fine in many other places, so I'm not too sure what to make of it. It gets worse when there are two devices connected, such as my iPad and my PC. Every time the speaker wakes up from standby, it forgets one device, which is very, very annoying. Same thing happens if I restart a device. So there's a lot I don't like about the Onyx Studio 3, but I did buy one, so there must be something I like about it. There is, and that's the sound quality. This is far and away the best sounding wireless speaker I've ever used. It sounds better than some wide 2.1 speakers I've used. It's really, really good. Highs and midtones are crystal clear and very vibrant, thanks to the fact that there are actually 4 15-watt speakers inside the Onyx, 2 tweeters and 2 woofers. These speakers cut down power consumption to 7.5 watts when running on battery, and only use the full 15 watts when the Onyx is plugged into AC power. The biggest problems with the Harman Esquire Mini were its lack of bass and distortion of music at high volumes, and both of those problems are completely non-existent on the Onyx Studio 3. The bass is probably the best I've ever heard from a wireless speaker. Way better than UE Booms or the JBL Flip, and the speaker pulls off that ultimate party trick of having really deep thumping bass while not muddying sound quality. Everything remains vibrant and clear. You can pump up the volume as much as you want to and get little to no distortion. The noise and echo cancelling microphone from the Esquire Mini makes a welcome return on the Onyx, which means there's an excellent office speakerphone as well that will look great and professional on your desk. There are other little cool features as well, such as wireless dueling, which enables you to hook up 2 Onyx Studios wirelessly and play sound from both for stereo surround. Other speakers I've used have allowed you to connect to one another with wires, but never wirelessly. There is an audio input if you prefer to use your Onyx as a wired speaker. Which leads to the conclusion. The Onyx Studio 3 is kind of everything I don't want in a Bluetooth speaker. It's cumbersome to carry around, it isn't waterproof, the buttons are annoying, and it has to be plugged in to get the most out of it. But the sound quality is just so good that it'll have to work around the other issues, and the reason it sounds so good is precisely because it's so big and cumbersome. It's reasonably priced too. The recommended retail price for the Onyx Studio 3 is $450 US, but you should be able to find it for about $140 quite easily. Thanks for watching Tech Dredge. Make sure to check out my other speaker reviews and to subscribe to see more. I'll see you next time.